So multiplexers are also called as data selectors. Basic function of the multiplexer is to raise to n data input lines and place the corresponding information onto a single output line. I already told you that the number of input data lines are 2 raised to n. One output line will be there. N select lines will be there in the multiplexer. N input bits are needed to specify which input line is to be selected. We need to place a binary code on the data input line into its N select lines. Depending on the N select lines, the data input will be selected and then it is getting transferred to the output line. Always output line is a single output line. So this is 4:1 mux realization. Already I have told this truth table. Depending on the select line, the data input line will be selected and then it is transferred to F. Now you can see here S1 S0 is 0 0. I0 data will be selected and that itself will be transferred to the F output irrespective of I1, I2, I3. Similarly, if select line is 0 1, irrespective of other data lines, whatever is present in the I1, if I1 is 0, output is 0, I1 is 1, output is 1. Similarly, 1 and 0 select lines means I2 will be selected irrespective of other data lines. 0, if I2 is 0, output is 0. If I2 is 1, output is 1. Similarly, if S1, S0 is 1, 1, irrespective of other data lines, only I3 data line will be selected. If it is 0, output is 0. If it is 1, output is 1. Okay, so this is the truth table. This is the truth table. Next, coming to this. We need to design this truth table using logic diagram. Logic diagram is written here for you. That is S1 bar, S0 bar into I0. So here what you are getting? S0 bar, S1 bar into I0 you are getting 3 input data lines into E. If E is 1 then only it will act as a multiplexer. Here what you are getting? Here S0, S1, right? I1 into E. Here what you are getting? S0 bar, S1 into E into I2. Here S1, S0 that is 1, 1 into I3 into E. Okay, so note together, all are ORed together to get the function F. Okay, so here if it is 0 0, I0 is selected. If it is 0 1, I1 is selected. If it is 1 0, I2 is selected. If the select line is 1 1, I3 is selected. And of course everything should be multiplied with E. If E is 1 then only it acts as a multiplier. Then this is a symbol 4:1 mux symbol. I0, I1, I2, I3, E enable line, S1, S0 select line, 1 output line. This is a generalized symbol of a multiplexer. 2 raised to n data lines, E enable line. Next, S raised to n, S0 to Sn minus 1 select input line. This is the generalized multiplexer symbol. Okay. So next, realization of the 4:1 mux with alternate description, right? So here you can see that this is a compressed truth table of a 4:1 mux. If enable is 1 and S1, S0 is 0, 0, I0 will be available at the F output line. If it is 0, 1, I1 will be available. If it is 1, 0, I2 will be available at the F output line. If it is 1, 1, I3 will be available at the F output line. Similarly, the algebraic description means we have here the Boolean expression for the 4:1 mux. I0 into S1 bar, S0 bar. If both are 0, I0 is selected. If it is 0, 1, I1 is selected. If it is 1, 0, I2 is selected. if it is 1 1, that is S1 and S2 1 1, I3 is selected, multiplied by E. Okay. So next we have here building a larger multiplexer. Here we have constructed 16:1 mux using 4:1 mux. Okay, so here 16:1 mux using 4:1 mux we have already constructed. Okay, so once again let me explain you S3, S2, S1, S0, 0 0 0 0. Here we have output F as I naught. Okay, so here 0 0 0 1, I1 will be selected. Similarly, up till 1 1 1 1, I15th data line will be selected. Okay, so let me check with the I15 1 1 1. When all the data lines, select lines are 1 1, see this is S1 S0, S1 S0, S1 S0, S1 S0, all are tied together, all are 1 1. S1 S0 is 1 1. Okay, so 1 1 means here what will be selected, students? I3 will be selected. So what will come here? I3 will come here. Next 1 1 means here what will come? I7 will come here. I7 will come, isn't it? Here again 1 1, which is selected? I11 is selected. So here I11 will come. Here what is selected? 1 1 means I15 is selected. I15 is selected. Okay, I15. So here at the I3 line we have I15. Okay, at I2 we have I11, I1 we have I7, I0 we have I3. Now see here S3 S2 are again 1 1 here. Again I will place 1 1. S3 S2 are 1 1. So which one will be selected here? I3 will be selected. In I3 data line of second level of 4:1 multiplexer we have data line I15. So I15 will come from here to I3. This will be transferred to F. So output will be having I15. Okay, this is how we construct the 16:1 mux using 4:1 mux. We can also construct 8:1 mux using 2:1 mux. We can also construct 16:1 mux using 8:1 mux. Okay, we can also construct 16:1 mux using 2:1 mux. Okay, this is just a general example I have given here. 16:1 mux constructed using 4:1 mux. Okay, these S1 S0 select lines are tied together in the first level of multiplexer. Next X3 S2 are given to the second level of the multiplexer. This is one type of construction of a larger multiplexer. Others are also there. You can try it on your own. Other larger multiplexer can be constructed using smaller multiplexer. Okay, so next we have a primary application of a multiplexer. One of the primary application of the multiplexer is to provide for the transmission of information from several sources over a single path. So what do you mean by this?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Any
Ma'am,
doubt?
actually your audio is not clear.
Yes. Now is it clear?
Ma'am, audio is not clear.
Now is it clear?
No, ma'am.
No. How come? Internet connection is there. So here one of the primary application of this is to transfer the information from the several input data sources to the several destination sources. What is the main application of a multiplexer? Multiplexer application is to provide the information from several information points to the several destination points. Okay, so transmitting the information from several data sources to a single path over a single path is known as multiplexing. Okay, so transmitting several data sources from to a single path is known as a multiplexing. Okay. Demultiplexer is nothing but a decoder with the enable input. Okay. So, okay, this is a multiplexer demultiplexer combination or arrangement for information transmission. Students, you can see that at the left side we have 4:1 mux and at the destination side we have 2:4 decoder. So, as I've already told you, one of the primary applications of the multiplexer is to provide the transmission of information from the several sources over a single path. This process is known as a multiplexer. Okay, multiplexing. When a multiplexer is used in conjunction with a demultiplexer, what is a demultiplexer? Demultiplexer is nothing but a decoder with the enable input. Okay, this is an effective means for providing the or for connecting the information from several source location to the several destination location. Okay, so here what happens is one bit of information is transmitted from any of the four sources. Four sources are which here? I0, I1, I2, I3. There are four sources of location. So one bit of information is picked up from any of the four sources depending on the select lines, and it is selected according to select line, okay, according to the source address lines. Then this information is placed on a wire. What is this wire? Wire is known as a bus, one bit bus. One bit bus means it can contain either 0 or 1. Okay, that connects to a demultiplexer. Okay, the one bit combination on the destination address lines determines which of the four output lines of the demultiplexer the data information has to be placed. What does it mean? Depending on this address, destination address lines, the data is picked up from this enable input line and then it is placed on the 0th line or first line or second line or third line. So depending on this destination address line, the data is transferred to one of the destination output lines. So this is the multiplexer demultiplexer arrangement for transmitting the information. Okay, so this is one of the application. So we had seen here the 3 input variable function. Okay, so we have here 0 0 0 up till 1 1 1, f0 to f7. Okay, the boolean expression corresponding to this truth table can be written as f of x y z is equal to, if all the select lines are 0, then f0 is selected. If it is 0 0 1, then f1 is selected. If it is 0 1 0, f2 is selected. Similarly up till f7. If all the select lines are 1 1 1 1, then f7 is selected. This is the boolean expression corresponding to this truth table. So here, this is main thing, whatever today's class what I want to tell is logic design with multiplexer. How do you design a multiplexer? How do you implement the expressions using multiplexer? That is I am going to tell in this. The boolean expression corresponding to the truth table can be written as f of x y z is equal to, if all the select lines are 0, f0 is selected. If 0 0 1, f1 is selected. Similarly up till if all the select lines are 1 1 1, then f7 is selected. Okay, this is according to the truth table. In the previous slide we have seen the boolean expression for an 8:1 line multiplexer is given as this. Okay, so here for 8:1 mux multiplexer we have 3 select lines, isn't it? S2, S1, S0. If all the select lines are 0, 0, 0, then I0 data line is selected. Plus, if it is 0, 0, 1, I1 data line is selected. If it is 0, 1, 0, I2 data line is selected. Similarly, up till I7. Okay, if all the select lines are 1, 1, 1, I7 data line is selected. What is this? This is a Boolean expression for 8:1 mux. 8 input line, 1 output line, 3 select lines, S2, S1, S0. Okay, so logic design with multiplexer is continued again. Okay, so here if E is logic 1, then the later is transformed into the former by replacing II with Fi, S2 with X, S1 with Y and S0 with Z. What is he trying to tell here is I0 can be replaced with F values, S2 can be replaced with X, S1 can be replaced with Y and S0 can be replaced with Z. Okay, placing X, Y, Z on the select lines. S2 will be placed by X, S1 will be replaced by Y, S0 will be replaced by Z. It is a 3 variable X, Y, Z respectively, and then placing the functional values Fi on the data input lines II. Okay, so here you can see a generalized 8:1 mux, that is 3 input lines are there. Okay, S2, S1, S0 are there. S2 is replaced by X, S1 is replaced by Y, S0 is replaced by Z. Enable E is 1. E is 1, then only it acts as a 8:1 multiplexer. F1 output line. I0 to I7 are replaced by F0, F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6 and F7. So what you have to understand here is the I0 data lines are replaced with functional values F0 to F7, E is 1 and X, Y, Z are replaced by S2, S1, S0 respectively. So this is a 8:1 mux. So next again here example XYZ F value is given. Okay, check here 0 0 0, X is S2, Y is S1, Z is S0. Here we have written X, Y, Z. Next is the F. These are I0 to I7 data input lines. So next 0 0 0, here you can see student 0 0 0, functional value is 1 is placed here. Next 0 0 1 0, so 0 is placed on the I1 line. Next 0 1 0 1, so 1 is placed at the I2 data line. Similarly 0 1 1, 1 is placed. Okay, 1 0 0, 0 is placed. 1 0 1, 1 is placed. 1 1 0, functional value is 0. 1 1 1, it is again 0. Whatever the functional values are there, those are placed on the I0 to I7 data lines. So depending on the select lines, the particular data line will be selected and then it will be transferred to the F output line. Okay, so now suppose X by Z is 1 0 1. So which combination row? This combination, isn't it? What is the functional value? 1. So 1 0 1 is I5 data line. What is the functional value? 1. This I5 will be transferred to this F. So F will be having I5, that is nothing but equal to 1. So depending on the select line, particular data line will be selected and then it is transferred to the F. Okay. Again continuing with logic design with multiplexer. Okay, so here what is it trying to tell here is if one of the variable is available in both complemented and uncomplemented form, an n variable function can be realized with 2 raised to n minus 1 to 1 line multiplexer. It is very simple. What is the meaning of this statement is a 3 variable function can be implemented using 4:1 mux. That is what? For the case of 3 variable function, only a 4:1 multiplexer is needed. Okay. So here f of x, y, z, okay, f0 is selected if all are 0, f1 is selected if it is 0, 0, 1. Similarly, up till f7, if all the select lines are 1, 1, 1, f7 is selected. Now important thing here is we need to factor it out. We need to factor it out. That means what is same here? Check this and check this. X bar, y bar is common here. X bar, y bar is common here. Okay, students. X bar, y bar common. F0 into z bar will remain here. F1 into z will remain here. Okay. Next, check F2 and F3. What is common here? X bar, y is common, isn't it? So X bar, y we have written here. F2 into z bar, F2 into z bar plus F3 into z plus here F4 and F5, XY bar is common. So F4 into Z bar plus F5 into Z plus similarly F6 and F7 we have here XY common. F6 and F7, XY is common. XY I have taken common. F6 into Z bar plus F7 into Z. Okay, what do we call this? This is a factorizing. Okay, so now here we can see student, this is replaced on the I0 data line. This will be I1, this will be I2 and this will be I3. So now we got the form same, no? This is X bar y bar into I0. So this is I0. Next X bar y I1. Next X y bar I2. Next x, y, I3. So a 3 variable function can be implemented using 4:1 mux by taking the common terms out. So now here the same thing we have written here, f0 into z bar, here f0 into z bar plus f1 into z x bar y bar plus f2 into z bar plus f3 into z, common out x bar y plus f4 into z bar plus f5 into z x y bar taken common plus f6 into z bar plus f7 into z x y taken common in this. Okay, so 4:1 mux has this I0 into S1 bar S0 bar plus I1 into S1 bar into S0 plus I2 into S1 S0 bar plus I3 into S1 S2. Okay. So realization of f of xyz is obtained by placing the x and y variables on the S1 S0 select lines. The single variable functions, it is fi into z bar plus fj into z. All these forms are in the same form except f0, f1, f2, f3 we have like that. So it is written fi into z bar plus fj into z on the data lines and let e is equal to 1. Okay. So when I try to reduce this fi into z bar plus fj into z, when I try to reduce it, it becomes 0, 1, z or z bar. Okay. So here students we can see, so f is given here. This is a 3 variable functions. Okay. So summation 0, 2, 3, 5. So when I give a question like this, implement this function using 4:1 mux. This is the solution. This is the solution. How to do it, students? See here. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. So similarly 0, 2, 3, 5 you put 1. 1 here, 0, 2, 3, 5. All others you put 0. First write the truth table. Okay. Next, what is f0? f0 is 1 into z bar plus, what is f1? f1 is 0 into z. So what I will get? Z bar here plus 0. So what will be placed here? Z bar. Okay. What is f2 value? It is 1. What is f3 value? It is 1. Okay, so what I will get? Z bar plus z. Z bar plus z. What is it? 1. So 1 will be placed here. Next, what is f4? f4 is 0. What is f5? It is 1. So this will become 0. 1 into z. 0 plus z is z. Isn't it? What What is F6? 0. What is F7? 0. Here F6 is 0, F7 is 0. 0 plus 0, you will get 0 only. So here you will get 0. So what are the values placed here? Z bar, 1, Z, 0. So depending on the select lines, if it is 0, 0, Z bar is selected and then it is transferred to F. If it is 1, 1, I3 is selected, then it is transferred to F. So depending on the select lines, particular data lines will be selected and then it is transferred to F output line. Same thing it is written. Okay, same thing. So here we got Z bar, it is written Z bar. Here we got 1, here we got Z, here we got 0. In the previous slide you can see it is Z bar, 1, Z, 0. Same thing it is written here. Z bar, okay, just a minute. Z bar 1, Z 0. Same thing it is written here. So this is how you have to realize a three variable function using 4:1 mux. A 3 variable function can be realized using 4:1 mux. What is this? We have designed a logic design. A logic design using this 4:1 mux for 3 variable function. So logic design with multiplexer and K-maps. Logic design, we can also do logic design along with the combination of multiplexer and K-map. How do we do this, students? Consider 3 variable K-map. Assume X is placed on the S1 line and Y is placed on the S0 line. Next, here we get that the output is, what is the output of 4:1 mux? I0 into X bar Y bar plus I1 into X bar Y plus I2 into X Y bar plus I3 into XY. Isn't it, students? So I0 is selected corresponds to those which cells are X is 0, Y is 0. Next, I1 into X bar Y corresponds to the cell in which X is 0, Y is 1. Next, I2 X Y bar correspond to those cells in which X is 1, Y is 0. Next, I3 into XY corresponds to those cells in which X is 1, Y is 1. Now here you can see the K-map, isn't it? So what do you understand by this is X bar Y bar is selected, these are select lines, I0 is selected here, corresponds to those cells in K-map where X is 0, Y is 0. I1 is X bar Y corresponds to those cells in which X is 0, Y is 1. X Y bar corresponds to those cells when X is 1, Y is 0. Next, here XY corresponds to those cells where here those cells in which X is 1, Y is 1. Okay. So here we have to imagine just a 3 variable. So here you can see, this one X is 0, Y is 0, where these two cells I0. X is 0, Y is 1, these two cells I1. Next, X is 1 here in this row, X is 1, Y is 0 in these two columns, so this is I2. Next, here X is 1, Y is 1 in this two, so here this one, these two cells corresponds to I3. So this is a 3 variable K-map. This is a 3 variable K-map, isn't it? Right? So see here, these two cells corresponds to I0. X is 0, Y is 0. These two cells corresponds to I1 because X is 0, Y is 1. These two cells corresponds to I2. Why? Because X is 1, Y is 0 here. X is 1, Y is 0. Next cell I3. This corresponds to I3. Why? Because X is 1, Y is 1. See here, this row X is 1. This row Y is 1. So this corresponds to I3. Is it clear? Tejas, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, it is clear.
Fine, fine. Okay. So this is about whatever I told. No, see here. These two corresponds to I naught. These two cell corresponds to I1. These two cells corresponds to I2. This two cell corresponds to I3. Next, coming to this, Z is 0 or 1. Whatever may be their data, this is known as I naught map. Z is 0 or 1. These two cells, whatever this was there, no, same thing he has done two cells. Next, this is I2, no, this is I2. This is I2 here. So these are two cells, no, same thing he has written here I2. Z 0 and 1. Z may be 0 or 1, whatever. This corresponds to I3. So in this three variable K map, we have two cells corresponds to I0, two cells corresponding to I1, two cells corresponding to I2, two cells corresponding to I3, where this is X is 0, Y is 0, I0. X is 0, Y is 1, I1. X is 1, here it is 1, X is 1, Y is 0, I2. Next, X is 1, Y is 1, I3 is selected. In this way, we have done a sub maps, I0 map, I1 map, I2 map, I3 map. Next, coming to this, given a problem statement, F is equal to summation M 0, 2, 3, 5. Implement this. Okay, so here it's a three variable. Again write a truth table. Wherever it is given, write 1, and then again wherever it is not there, put 0. First write the truth table. Okay, you know it. Next, coming to this 0 and 1 here. Okay, 0, 0, 0 here corresponding to I naught map. This one, this corresponds here 1 0, 0, 0, 0 is 1, no, 0, 0, 1 is 0. So this is I naught map here, this one I naught map. Next, it is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So both are 1. So this is I1 corresponding map. So here I1. Next, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So 0, 1, this is I2. So this is I2 written here. Next, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. So this is a 0, 0. So this is 0, 0, I3 map. Okay, so this is I0 written here. This is I1 written in this I0 map. This is I2 written here. Next, I3 written here. Hope it is understood, isn't it? Now try to group this. This function value is 1 when z is 0. So this is z bar. Understood now? This z value, your functional value is 1 when z is 0. So it is z bar. Next, both are 0 group ones. It will be 1 only. Next, this one, group this. Functional value is 1 when z is 1. So it is z. Functional value is 1 when z is 1. So it is z. So now both are 0. Group both zeros, 0. Both functional value 0 means 0. Both the functional value is 1 means 1. Okay. You need to check where the functional value is 1. Functional value is 1 when z is 0. Z is 0 means z bar. Next here, functional value is 1 when z is 1. So it is z. Simple z. So this is z bar. Okay. This is 1 when both are 1. 1. Then this functional value is 1 when z is 1. So it is z. Both are 0. So it is z is both are 0. So it will be, when you group both the zeros, it is 0. You know this K map rule. When both are 1, 1. When both are 0, 0. Okay. So it is z bar 1, z 0. Okay, same thing I have written. Next, coming to the same thing I have written. What you got in the previous one? Z bar 1, z 0. Right? So this is using K map. This is using K map we did. This is using the I0 map, I1 map, I2 map, I3 map. We got here we got z bar 1, z 0. What again? We got I0 as z bar, I1 as 1, I2 as z, I3 as 0. So z bar 1, z 0. Same thing, z bar 1, z 0. Enable is 1, xy is placed on the select lines and f is the output line. So a 3 variable function is implemented using 4:1 mux using and also using K-map. Okay. See, one thing is very important, students, here. A 3 variable function can also be implemented by multiplexer only. That is one method. A 3 variable function can be implemented by using 4:1 mux, by using multiplexer and K-map also. Okay. So here this is using K-map. This all we did know. This all I0 map, I1 map, I2, I3. This is using K-map. This is using K-map and multiplexer. The same thing. Okay. Next, this is alternative structure. Okay. So here note that the order of variables on the input line matters. Okay. See here, yz is taken as s1 and s0. X is taken as a K-map variable. Here also s1 is taken as yz here. Okay. s0 is taken x. So here order of the variables on the input line matters. Okay. So usually we do like this only. This is the method. X and y. X is selected as S1 select line, Y is taken as S0 and Z is taken as K-map input data variable. Okay. There are various alternatives. X can also be taken as S0. Y can be taken as S1. Okay. Otherwise Y can be taken as S1. Z can be taken as S0. X can be taken as K-map variable. You can do, there are various alternative structures. Okay. So next, here 8:1 line multiplexers and 4 variable functions. Okay. So here can do the same thing. 3 variables are placed on the select lines. Inputs to the data lines are single variable functions. Now here what we are trying to do here is, see here problem is given f of wxyz, means what? This is a 4 variable function. 4 variable function implemented using 8:1 mux. How to do that now? See here. This is given 0, 1, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, 15 is given. 0 you put 1. Okay. So here 0 is given, no? Put 1 here. 1. Next 1 is given. Put 1 here. 2 is given, no, put 0. 3 is given, no, put 0. Next 5 is given, 4 is not given, 5 is given, put 1. 6 is given, put 1. 7 is given, put 1 here. 8 is not given, 9 is given, 10, 11 is not there, 10, 11 is not there, put 0. 12 is given, put 1. 13 is not there, put 0. Next 14 is not given, put 0. 15 is given, put 1. Just same like K-map, okay? Same like K-map. Put the functional values, these functional values. Next, W and X and Y are selected as W, X, Y, Z. This is S2. This is S1. This is S0. This is a K-map variable. Okay, so S2, S1, S0 all should be 0, 0. That will be I0 map. 0, 0, 1 that will be I1 map. 0, 1, 0 that will be I2 map. 0, 1, 1 I3 map. 1, 0, 0 I4 map. 1, 0, 1 I5 map. 1, 1, 0 I6 map. 1, 1, 1 I7 map. Check now WXY where it is 0. See here. In the first cell it is 0. This is I0. Next 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1 is I1. So this is I1. Next 0, 1, 0. This is I2. 0, 1, 1. This is I3 submap. Next 1, 0, 0. This is I4 submap. 1, 0, 0, 0. Next 1, 0, 1. This is I5. 1, 1, 0. This is I6. 1, 1, 1. This is I7. So all these are maps. Okay, so we got now submaps. I naught, both are 1. So I naught is 1, no? Put here 1. Here 1. Next, both are I1. Both are 0, no? Put 0. Now here functional value is 1 when z is 1. Here you can see I2 submap, no? Functional value is 1 when z is 1. So it is z. So it is z. Okay. So this is z. Next here I4 map 0 1. Again functional value is 1 when z is 1. So again z. Next both are 0. Here 0. Next here functional value is 1 when z is 0. So it is z bar. Next here functional value is 1 when z is 1. So it is z. In this way we have implemented 4 variable function. 4 variable function using 8:1 mux. Okay, 8:1 mux. A 4 variable function is implemented using 8:1 mux. Okay, so can we do still better? Yes, we can still do better. What do you mean by better, students? Better means now we have done what in the previous slide. 16:1 mux was implemented using 8:1 mux. Fun? This was good. Can we do best? Yes, we can do how 16:1 mux can also be implemented using 4:1 mux. When you try to implement with the lesser variables, lesser hardware, lesser time, more performance of the system. What we can do best? 16:1 mux can also be implemented using 4:1 mux. That is the best. Okay, this is good, this is best. Right? So W and X are applied to the select lines. Y, Z are K-map variables on the data input lines. So how do we do that? X1 S0, S1 S0 WX. Okay. So here when WX is 0 0, here it is 0 0 0. Okay. WX S1 S0 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay. So this is I0, this is I1, this is I2, this is I3. Okay, students. So here 0 0. When WX is 0, here. So this is I0. 0 1 where? Here. So I1. 1 0 where it is? Here. I2. 1 1 WX is 1 1 here. This is I3. So this is a K-map structure. Using a 4 variable K-map to obtain a Boolean function realization with a 4:1 mux line multiplexer. That is 16. Okay, that is 16 means 4 variable function. 4 variable function with 4:1 mux. This one. So given a function problem here, students, you can see 0, 1, 5, 6, 7, 9, 13, 14. Just put ones wherever these are given and put zeros. Group this. So here submaps, I0 submap. So here it is what? Both are 1. What is this? What we will get here? Z we get here. What we get here? Y. So this is Y plus Z. What we get here? We get here 1. What we get here? Y bar Z. What we get here? Y bar Z plus YZ bar. This is simple XOR gate. This is a OR gate. 1 Y plus Z, Y bar Z, Y bar Z plus Y Z bar. Okay. So here you can see this, no? Y bar Z plus Y Z bar. Okay, you can see this here. So group it according to the K-map only, you will get this. Okay. So next. So we have here the multiplexer implementation. Okay. So we got here a Y bar Z plus YZ bar. Here we got Y bar Z. Here we got Z. Here we got Y plus Z. Here we got 1. Okay. So, okay. Here we got Y bar. Okay, here we got y bar. Okay, this is not 1. Once again I will tell you, here we got y bar. Here we got y bar. Okay, y bar. You can see here y is 0, y is 0, y bar we got. So here y bar, y plus z, y bar z, yz. This is a XOR gate. So this is how we have to implement the 16:1 mux using, that is a 4:1, 4 variable function using 4:1 mux. Okay, so this is y bar, this is y plus z, this is y bar z, this is y XOR z. E should be 1. W and X are placed on the S1 S0. Okay, F is the output line.